It was a late evening, and I was sitting on the porch of my house in a small, remote town. Every night at 11:45, without fail, the entire town shuts down for 12 minutes. It's an unwritten rule. No one walks outside, no cars are on the road, and everyone is either inside their homes or in a locked location. People say it's just a quirky tradition, but I've always felt it was more. I never thought much about it until one night something made me question the whole thing. My curiosity got the better of me, and I decided to go for a walk during the lockdown. I wanted to see if anything was really happening. The clock struck 11:45, and the usual silence descended on the town. I walked past the closed shops, the streetlights flickering, the eerie emptiness of the normally bustling streets. When I reached the park, I saw something unusual, a figure standing near the old oak tree. The figure was tall, wearing a long coat and a wide-brimmed hat that obscured their face. The wind blew, but they didn't move. At first, I thought it was just someone waiting for the lockdown to end, but then I noticed something strange. There were no other people around. I walked closer, my heart pounding in my chest. As I got within a few feet, I heard a voice, low, almost whispering, "Go back." I froze. The voice wasn't human. It had an eerie, distorted quality to it, like it was being distorted through a broken speaker. My instincts screamed for me to run, but I was rooted to the spot. The figure didn't move, but its head turned slightly toward me. "You shouldn't be here. It's not safe." Suddenly, a loud siren blared from the distance, the unmistakable sound of an alarm that echoed through the streets. It was the signal for the lockdown to end. In that moment, the figure vanished, disappearing into thin air as if it had never existed. I ran back to my house, heart racing. The next day, I asked around, but no one seemed to know anything about the figure. They all just chalked it up to my imagination or maybe some strange coincidence. But then, a few nights later, I learned the truth. The old man who runs the town's library, a man I've known for years, took me aside and whispered, "Do you want to know why we have the lockdowns?" I nodded, and he told me something that sent chills down my spine. "You see, there's something that comes out when the clock strikes midnight. It's been here for centuries. We lock ourselves in because if we don't, it gets hungry.